What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cracked Open Games and Toys. Today we're checking out Onyx Prime from the Age of the Primes toy line. That Alphatron really impressed me enough to where I'd want to pick up the rest of this line. So if this guy also impresses, then yeah, I'm probably going to go all in and pick up the ones that, the 3 or 4 that I missed, the Deluxe and Voyagers, and get caught up on this. So yeah, we'll check him out, see if he's any good, and yeah, if this one's also an awesome figure, I probably will go back and collect the rest of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out a 360 on this guy. And we'll come around to the back so we can check that out. Alright, and just for reference, here is the top of the box. And the bottom if you need that barcode. Okay. So yeah, it looks like he comes with this spear weapon here, spear attachment. That looks pretty cool. See, I don't know if it looks like it's transforming at all, but it looks like he also has like a bow or something going on there, and the one of his Centaur mode. So it looks like he's got 3 modes here. He's got his robot mode, this Centaur kind of hybrid beast mode, and then the actual beast mode. So pretty sweet. And I think this guy is actually supposed to be like the founding father of all the beast related robots, so that's pretty awesome that we get like an origin figure for all of them. Alright, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open and see what he's like outside of package. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed here. Let's go down to the top. And inside the package, you're just going to get his tray and the instruction manual. There are no, just double check the back. Yeah, there are no additional little wrapped up accessories or anything. Everything that you're going to get is inside the package here. All right. Get this guy freed out of his package. Okay. Well, we've got a loose arm right out of the gate. Let's see if we can get that up back together. It looks like it just slides in on a mushroom peg. Okay, well, hopefully that is it. As far as his arm goes, let's just double check here. Yeah, we just got a mushroom sliding peg there, so let's, this goes in there, snaps in He's all good. And this, and maybe not. Huh. Now he seems like he's okay now. I just didn't peg that in all the way. But yeah, in the package, that is what you're going to get. He looks really awesome. Fantastic. So you get him. You're going to get this top of the spear portion, the actual hole for the spear, and here is that other thing that looks like it's just on a, does it open up? Going instruction free for this. Yeah, look at that. So you get his bow that just kind of opens up there. So that is what you're going to find in the box. Let's get this all cleaned up and then we can take a look at him. Alright guys, we got him all set up with all his gear and everything. And I just gotta say, like, I'm really kind of disappointed with this right out of the box. You guys saw, like, in the video, the arm just popped off right in the box. It is very hard to get it to stay back in that socket. I even went ahead and coated it with some, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but just some nail polish trying to get it to kind of stay in there, and it's not doing the trick. When you turn it, and probably when you go further into this review, it just still pops out of socket. So that's a really tough break there. And I thought I was going crazy because, like, I checked with some of the bigger review YouTubers and stuff to see if they had any issues. Nobody's saying anything, and that's really aggravating. Like, I had to go on to TFW and look at the reviews and feedback to see, like, what the problems were. And apparently the arm thing is a widespread issue. The wings pop off all the time, another widespread issue. And my legs on this guy are extremely loose too. And it probably won't come across that way in the video. And even if I do the shake test, it's probably still fairly stable. But he's got a lot of weight in the upper torso here. And these legs just, you know, I've got it locked in pretty good now. But even if you try to tighten them back here, they are on screws. But these screws are made from, like, the cheapest metal. I don't even know if it's metal because I tried tightening them with a screwdriver. And they just strip if you try to tighten them at all. So this is extremely just kind of irritating for what is. I didn't get it for that price, but this is a $60 retail figure now with the new price points and everything. And that's really a hard pill to swallow when he had so many issues out of the gate. I just wanted to tell you guys about that stuff before we get into the rest of the categories, just so you know what I'm dealing with here. And if you see issues coming in, if you see, like, things popping off, which they might and which they probably will, just know ahead of time that this, I really can't give a stamp of approval on this figure, just knowing how many issues it has and how much time you're going to probably spend if you want it, even if you like the way this guy looks, which he does look pretty awesome, but the amount of time that you're going to have to dump in on top of a $60 figure, this is not a recommend. So we'll go ahead with the review, and then again, I'm going to try to remain as unbiased as I possibly can. And yeah, let's just try to enjoy what we got here, but man, I am not feeling this guy right now. All right, so first let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. We kind of looked at those briefly out of the box, but just to show you some kind of cool things that they do, I've already put them into the bow mode here. Let's move him off to the side for just a second. But just to show you how that works, this is going to be his tailpiece that just folds up like that. Nice detailing on there and everything. And then this will split to give you that bow. And it does have a little peg-in joint here so it can peg into the palm of his hand. This other thing here, the spear, it has a couple different formations with, this is like kind of soft plastic up here. It does come off the spear and can attach for storage like that, and we'll look at that later when we get to the different modes and everything, but that's another storage part you can do. So yeah, let's take a look at the figure. And he is really cool looking, but again, with those gripes and everything, it's a hard sell on this one. But some cool stuff that he does have. Let's start with the hands here. He does have articulating hands that open and close. There is he can grip his weapons and everything, but just to make him a little more secure, there is a post there that he can grip and friction grip the weapons as well, so they're a little bit stronger of a connection. the wings, and hopefully they do not pop off with this, because I did put glue, or not glue, but nail polish here as well to hold them in a little tighter. And yeah, they just have that articulation like that, and have a little bit of forward and back movement. Actually, they can go that far back. That's kind of cool. And you can hide them if you want to. Same deal on this side. And we'll just hide them for right now. Tuck them in. His shoulders do have 360 rotation. When you do that, though, you might untab this hoof part here, so you just kind of re-secure that back down. He does have a rotation at the lower bicep and a bend at the elbow as well. And he also does have wrist swivel. And this side is the side you're going to have to be careful of on this guy. And he does have that rotation there, which is fine. Notice I'm holding that hoof in there so it doesn't go flying. But this is the part here on this right arm mushroom peg for some reason. This wants to, and again, I put nail polish there, but let's see if I can rotate it. It's going to be a little tighter now, but it will probably pop out, and you can see it just ever so much sliding with every rotation that I do, and it's out. So that is that. And again, cannot recommend at a $60 price point for this. That is just insane that that is not resolved, and how they let that go from the factory like that, and how other reviewers are not saying anything about it. That just blows my mind. Like, this is a big issue on a very expensive figure, and it should be talked about and let people make their own decision as far as what to do. Anyway, and the legs, they will go out to there, and forward to there, back. Yeah, pretty good articulation there. Aside from it just being a little bit loose on the outside, that's why, like, when I put him down, he kind of slips a little bit, just because this, and again, there's like, unless you are going crazy into the modding and remove that screw and replace it with something else that will hold it a little tighter, and that's just not lengths that I'm willing to go for this guy. So, yep, that's what I'm gonna get here. And these guys, they kind of have that chicken leg, so they'll go back to there, and they come back into that. And he also does have the ankle rockers as well, very generous there. So yeah, you know, if he was, this is just irritating, because he is, I think he's a really, really nice looking figure with some severe limitations. And let's come a look at the, you will get waist rotation if you unhinge these two pieces here, and then you can do a full 360 on him, but those pieces need to be lifted up to do that. And for the head, he also has a cool little gimmick here for one of his modes, the Centaur mode, that you can actually plug this down to give it like a more, I guess, beast-like appearance, which is kind of like Predator looking. That's pretty sick, actually. I really love that, man. It's such a tough call, because I really want to like this guy a lot, and man, I don't want to cry about it too much more, but yeah, it's the hang-ups of him just being an awesome looking figure with some terrible drawbacks. So yeah, that's a look at articulation for him. We'll go ahead and put him on the rotating turntable to give you a 360 view as well. And as always, guys, here's the look at the instructions. They are done in long sideways format here, so I'm just going to pan over as we go through them. And this one finishes up in the Centaur mode. And this one finishes up in the just four-legged beast mode. There is another beast mode you might have caught over here as well that has all 6 legs on the ground, which is pretty sweet looking. All right, next we'll go over the transformations. All right, let's start out the transformation and check out this naughty boy Centaur mode first. So let's take these hooves on the front chest, and we're just gonna flip these up and out of the way. Then we are going to hinge these shoulders forward. We can then take our hooves and crazy hooves and move them down to the side. The crotch panel can flip up and open up. We are going to come to the legs and rotate these guys just a little bit, and we're going to tuck into the back heel spurs. On the back, you can flip up his dragon beast head out to the side, and then we're going to take this whole section here and angle this back. We can then take the front hooves and move them down. Move his shoulders back out to the side. And we can flip his crotch piece down again too. It's going to straighten up these two, align them to let him stand as well. With his wings, we can flip those forward. I mean, you can really kind of have these in any orientation that you think is cool, but I'm just showing you what the instructions are showing you to do. And then that last step we're going to, and again, you can really do whatever you want to do if you want to have his normal face out or whatever, but just showing you this is how it's supposed to look there. And that looks pretty sweet. Yeah, let's outfit him with his bow again. Hope his arm does not, pray his arm does not pop off while we're doing this. Slot this guy in. All right, and there is the Centaur mode. So yeah, we'll do a full 360 on this as well. And just real quick, one other preference thing. We left the dragon head kind of sitting like this, and that's really how the instruction has it. It's up to you what you want to position it as, but I don't know, it kind of looks better tucked out of the way too, since we're not fully in that mode yet. But if you want to leave it like the instructions, we're just going to leave it like that, and we'll do a 360. Okay, the next mode we're going to take a look at is the full beast mode. And to get started here, we're just going to bend the head back. Then this front panel here, we're going to take that and slide that up. And then this can come and collapse down on top of the head. Take his arms and again, just rotate them at the shoulder into the center. We're going to flip them up at the shoulder. And then hold the shoulder and rotate towards the outside. And I might lose the mushroom peg on this side while I'm doing that. I will try not to. The hands can rotate inwards. And then we're just going to take these at the forearm, at the elbow, and rotate them up slightly. Come around to the rear legs, and what we're going to do is accordion these up and back. You know, the instructions say they go further, but I don't trust them. This is really pushing as much as I can get there, so we're going to leave it at that and do the same thing on the other side and just accordion them in. With these front hooves, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to do the same type of thing and just putting them back and in like that. And I'm glad that I didn't put much pressure on it because it's showing the exact same thing for these, and that's about as far as you're going to get it. Rotate these guys out to the side, and then we're going to come back here and tuck the wings back. And then we're going to revert back to robot mode here and bend this whole section back into place. Now we can lower the hoof legs, the hooves back down, and we can fully flip down the head now. And there is a tab here. It did not tab in too well when I tried it the first time, but let's go ahead and, yeah, there's no locking there. There is no complete like secure tabbing in. It just kind of rests inside that little slot. And then we're going to want to make his tail. You just take his bow and fold it in on itself. Then we'll come around to his back and plug it in. All right, then we got his tail in there. And we can also store his spear back there as well, or bolt, or whatever you want to call this thing. Just unplug it, and then we're going to tab it back in on itself. And then this can come back and tab right on top there. There we go. And he does have one other formation, one other mode. We're just going to look at it real briefly because it's basically just the same thing with the 4 legs instead of the 6. So what you can do if you want to take a look at that mode is just flip his extra legs out to the side, rotate these 180 back, go ahead and straighten them out on each side. We're going to come around to the bottom here, flip these guys out so you have clearance. It's kind of a weird motion. You're going to have to go out to the outside and then rotate inward. Just like that, while his spear pops off. Now, just like we're going back into robot mode, we can flip these hoof parts right over, just like he was in robot mode. Up and around the shoulder areas there and lock them in with the hoof parts there. And we can just rotate these back into position. And there we go again. You know, I'm going to keep these in here just so you guys can actually see how annoying. I don't want to hide anything about how annoying this figure is. I want you guys to save your money if you are considering this, guys. So I will leave all this footage in here for you to observe. Okay, so once we did all that, now we've got him into a four-footed mode, if you so prefer. And yeah, we'll come back with some comparisons and have some final thoughts on this guy. All right, and I know what you guys are probably thinking at this point. You know, Cracked Open Games and Toys, just a channel that likes G1 robots. You know, nothing Beast Wars related. And you know, that's partway true. Well, I didn't really get into Beast Wars when it was around. I was mainly a G1 fan. I just love good toys in general. So here's a couple really awesome Beast toys in my collection. This is Tigerhawk from Legacy. I got this guy in a deep clearance, but he's an awesome figure. Everything's all tight all the way around. No loose joints or anything. Real simple transformations and awesome gimmicks. He's all gunned up and everything. Has clear plastic all over him and stuff. Just an awesome looking figure and really well done. Also, Legacy Dragon Megatron. I think this is Transmetal Megatron. Again, I'm not too familiar with the Beast Wars stuff, but again, just another tight figure. Everything works well on him. No real flaws or anything. Great figure. All right, this guy and Ultra Magnus are probably one of my favorite commander classes. Get him in here. But here is Magnaboss, just one of the best. This is the 10 out of 10. This is the, in my opinion, one of the best Beast Transformers ever made. And again, I didn't have a lot of the original Beast Wars stuff, but as far as like their updated Legacy stuff we're at right now, and like even Kingdom releases, this guy just takes the cake. He is the 10 out of 10 perfect Beast Transformer. So they have done it before, and they've done it well before. And just real quick for full height comparison, he comes in at all the way up to the top of his wings. He is about 9 inches there, and if we just go to the top of the head, about 8 inches there. And yeah, just some final thoughts on this guy. This is really a figure I would not recommend buying unless you absolutely need him. I can't emphasize enough why Prowl has got him in the prison here as my potential worst figure of the year. I don't do a lot of third-party purchases anymore, so I don't know what's going on in that territory, if there's something that is quite possibly a worse QC issue than this guy. But as far as Hasbro retail figures, I think he takes the cake. I was going into this as expecting him to be awesome. He looks awesome, and this should not be, one, a $60 figure, and two, should not be a $60 figure with all these QC issues. That's just, it's plain unacceptable. And even at the $45 that I got for him, I feel like I'm biting the bullet for you guys just to come on here and tell you to avoid this guy at all costs. If Prowl had a middle finger emote, that's probably where I would be right now with this display. But anyways, you know, you win some, you lose some, and he does look cool. So I mean, if you really want him on your shelf, like, I can't advise you enough to maybe wait till he goes like under $30 on clearance or something like that, because if they don't fix these QC issues on him, he is going to shelf warm. He is going to hit deep clearance. Just wait on it if it's a figure that you just think is look cool, and we'll just put him on your shelf. But as an actual figure with the loose joints, the floppy wings that you're going to have to fix, and this is actually on both sides as I was transforming him back. Both of these arms are popping out of socket now. It is just not worth it. So yeah, definitely worst retail figure of the year for me so far. With a month left in the year, I don't think anything's going to top it. So just really unfortunate. But anyways, guys, thanks for checking this one out today. I do appreciate if you made it this far and stuck with the whole review. Hopefully that saved you a little bit of time and cash and aggravation. So thank you guys for watching again, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care and have fun.